Hi, and welcome to Mods. We're keeping you connected to inspiring science with virtual camp discovery, brought to you by Citrix, the museum's official innovation partner.
Get ready for a safe, interactive demonstration to try at home. Our bodies have a center of mass which helps athletes and even race car drivers perform at their best. We'll show you how to disrupt your own center of mass in this moving video.
Hey, welcome back to the YouTube channel. In my world, I'm the center of attention, but today we're going to actually talk about the center of mass. Now, when we're talking about the center of mass, we're actually talking about a single point on an object where if the conditions were perfect, you could balance something. For example, have you ever seen somebody balance a broom on your finger? They're using the center of mass. And in order to balance many objects, you have to really understand that. Now, where is a human being's center of mass? Well, if you actually find your belly button, it's not your belly button. It's actually 2 fists under the belly button. And if you could be perfectly still and not move a single solitary inch or muscle, you could balance on that point on a finger if there was somebody strong enough to do that. But where does that really come into account? Well, you have circuses, you have ballerinas, you have buildings and structures, and these are concepts that they really have to understand to be safe. What we're going to do today is we're going to actually give you a couple of try it at home things so that you can really get an understanding for this, but also mess with your friends and mom and dad if you really want to. So the first thing we're going to talk about are football players. Football players really have to understand center of mass. And in order for me to show you this, I have to call upon my assistant, Alina. So Alina, if you can come join me. So Alina, here's what you're going to do. I'm going to stand here perfectly upright. I'm going to pretend we're playing football. I'm not going to get down in any crouch or anything. And I'm going to tell you to go ahead and just push me right here on the count of 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay. Well, you saw Alina, shorter than me, was able to really throw me. But now, if my center of mass is where I said it was, that means it's pretty high off the ground. If I wanted to become an immovable force, what could I do? Let's think for a minute. Oh, what if I got closer to the ground? So if I do something like this, now I'm more of a football stance, and I tell Alina, go ahead and push me on the count of 3. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. I'm not going anywhere, no matter how much she tries to push me. And this is true in the game of football when they're standing up the line, they say hike, and they hit each other. The reason they're crouched so low is to bring their center of mass down to the ground. The same thing happens when people design cars. If you're designing a van, vans are really high off the ground, and if you take a turn too fast, you'll actually flip the van because the center of mass is really high on it. But if you're in a Lamborghini, let's say, which is really low to the ground, and you try to take a turn really fast, the worst that's gonna happen is you're gonna fishtail or your back's gonna swing out, and you can correct that pretty easily. Our second experiment is going to involve a chair. So here we go, we have a chair. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sit down on this chair, straight back, and you can use a chair with a back if you want. And Alina is going to use her thumb, only her thumb, and she's gonna put her thumb right in the middle of my forehead. Go ahead. Straight arm, we're gonna keep our arms straight. And what is gonna happen is I'm gonna try to stand up, but no matter how much I try to stand up, I can't move because she is preventing my center of mass from moving. Now, if you watch in slow motion, go ahead, we're gonna let go of this. If you watch in slow motion, anytime you try to get up out of a chair, the first thing you do is you move forward, and then you throw your body up to stand up. What Alina is doing is preventing me using just her thumb from bringing my center of mass forward to stand up. Therefore, I cannot get out of this chair, no matter how hard I try. Our third experiment, this one's a fun one, and this one, please do somewhere where it is carpeted. Don't do it on tiled floor. This one involves a nice, sturdy wall. What we're going to do is we're going to really mess with the center of mass on you. So Alina, we're gonna do this together. We're gonna put our foot closest to the wall against it, flat, our shoulder on the wall, and then we're gonna lean our head to the wall. I'm gonna let you go first. You're gonna try to pick up the foot that is off the wall. And as Alina tries, she falls. So if I try, you can't do it because your center of mass has changed and it's floating over here right now, and you cannot correct it without falling off the wall. So this is a very fun experiment to do with family, with friends, during the holidays, just to really incorporate some fun, get a couple of good videos, you know, for social media, and embarrass some people at the same time. I hope you enjoyed. I know I enjoyed. Alina, thank you for your help today. We'll see you guys next time.
Thank you for joining us for this episode of Virtual Camp Discovery. Special thanks to Citrix, Mod's official innovation partner, for powering this series. Please stay safe and connected with Mods by visiting our social channels at MODSFTL.